Hey guys, welcome back to Talk Boom. I am your host, Cerebro, and today I want to talk about how to get 1,000 free views for your YouTube channel. Now, there are a lot of different ways to do this, and a lot of people come up with very creative ways to get views on your channel. Some of them include buying them. I don't think that buying views or subscribers is the right way of going about it. As a matter of fact, if you ever do decide to do something like that, one of the things that you probably going to have happen is Google will find out, because remember, if you buy views from YouTube or subscribers from YouTube, those subscribers are not going to continue to go to your channel. So Google's algorithm is going to detect that. And remember, just because you have views, just because you have subscribers on your channel that you've purchased, it doesn't mean that Google can't take them away. And that's exactly what Google will do. If they find out you're trying to game their system and you bought views, I don't care what you paid for them, Google will take them away, wipe them out. And if they really don't like what you're doing because they just hate the fact that you're trying to game their system, they could get rid of your whole channel. Disappear. So, with that being said, I would not do that. There are ways to get lots of different views and subscribers from or for your YouTube channel. I'm just going to show you some of the ways that you can do that. One of the ways you can do that is you can go to other sites like Reddit, and you can post different things there. You can post videos there, you can post comments there, and that's one way to do that. Another way to do that is there are other places like Twitter. Of course, you know about that. You can go in there and tweet. That's one way to get users and subscribers. You can use Facebook. Post them on your front page on Facebook in order to get a lot of different, especially if you have a lot of different friends, because they'll check it out and it's just really interesting. They'll check it out. The number one way to do this, when you create a video and you post it, you need to make sure several things are there. We as humans, we use optics to decide what we like and what we don't like. So the number one thing to do is to make sure that the title that you have for your video is a very, very, very good title. Now let's just take a look at a couple of these things here. So let's just go into YouTube and take a look at some of these things so I can show you exactly what I mean. Let's just say how to fix your car. Now, let's take a look at these thumbnails right here. Now, let's look at the ones that you would click on. So, I mean, this one is, this ad one is one that's purchased and says fix your car right here. There's a guy right there standing in front of it. Now, it depends on what you're looking for. Like, if I was looking for someone, how to fix a dent in my car, this would be the one I would look at because of the thumbnail. But what's really important is the title. So how to fix a dent in the car. So if I went there and typed in, okay, there we go. So now, if you look at these titles, it says using boiling water and a plumber to remove car dents. Now that's really, really interesting. So if you have a car dent, you can use boiling water and a plunger to take the dent out of your car. So that's a really good title right here. And it's a great graphic image. This one right here, down here. And notice which ones stand out. Which one stands out? This one at the top, these cars are blue. This one right here says repair small dents. He has a little yellow graphic image over the vehicle. That looks good. Let's look at some of these titles. There's another one using boiling water to get car dents out. The titles are what's going to make or break someone from checking out your video. And also, which is very, very important, is the thumbnail that you choose. So make sure you choose really super good thumbnails and excellent titles. Because what you're trying to do is you're trying to entice a person to click on one of these little thumbnails and go to your site so you can get the view. That's one major deal that you want to do when it comes to that. Another thing that's really important is your intro. Now, a lot of websites have good intros. Some of them don't have intros at all, but what's really important is the intro when someone clicks on your thumbnail. So let's click on this one right here and see what this intro is. Well, that's not much of an intro. Well, see, this is his intro.
Hey everyone, this is Custom Spray Mods, the show that goes up.
Okay, so that's his intro for his video on how to repair a dent and body filler tip, which goes with what he's doing. It's also really important that you do something that goes exactly with what you're doing. If you're doing car videos, then you don't want a picture of a woman walking on a beach. And that's another thing I want to bring up. Don't put women on your thumbnail to try to trick people to click on your site to look at your video, because if you do that and they go there and there are no women there, just dudes, they're going to click off and they're not going to click on you again. So don't just don't do it. You know, just make sure the thumbnail represents what you're actually doing. Whatever you're talking about is reflective in the thumbnail and in the title. You want to make sure that when you're shooting your video and you get to talking about what you're doing or what you're offering, within the first few seconds you should be mentioning what your title is about. The keywords are in your title, in your description. You should do that at the beginning, those keywords, and at the end in those keywords. That's really important to do. I can work with Photoshop, no problem. I have no problem doing Photoshop, but when it comes to doing animation and stuff like that, you know, Adobe After Effects, you know, Corel Draw and all those different programs that they have to do those 3D drawings, I'm no good at that. So the best way to do something like that would be to go to Fiverr.com. Now, the nice thing about checking out Fiverr is they have lots of different services that you can look at. So if you wanted to have someone do an intro for you, this is the best way to do it, is just go ahead and type in YouTube intro, and from there it will show you people who actually do this. See, these are your gaming intro. This person does gaming intros. This one creates for $50, starting at $50. Let's just click on them and see what kind of intro this person does. So you can kind of click on that and see the type of intros that they do. And it's $50. Some are $25, some are $10, some may even be $5. But basically what you want to do is, if you go to Fiverr, you can find somebody who does this for a living, and it's inexpensive to do, and your site will look great, and it will all look great. The same thing if you decide, like, say for instance, you're not very good at doing SEO on your site, you can still go to Fiverr and then you can type in YouTube SEO. And this person right here will tell you right here, it says they rank on the first page right there. Now, we're doing something like this, and they're typing in your keywords and doing all this stuff, which is great and fine to do this. But remember, make sure you do it with somebody who has a ranking. This has a 4.9, 4.9, 118, so you can kind of look at these different things that people have. So you can find a lot of different services that are designed specifically for YouTube, and that will increase a person's viewership and increase your viewership and subscriptions. And remember, with subscriptions, you need to ask for them. You need to ask them when you're doing your video to subscribe to your channel. That's the best way to do that. Another thing is, when you find a really good YouTube channel, so let's go back to YouTube, and let's look for something on YouTube. Say, let's look for SEO YouTube. Here you'll see the top ranking. This person paid for theirs. This person right here has 113,000 views. This is a year ago. But if you click on them,
in 7.5 months, we focused
you'll
on
notice
YouTube SEO and ranked our...
that if you go down here at the bottom and you see more, you can see exactly what they've done, and the descriptions, the keywords. And it's okay to copy some of the information they might have and then just reword it and use it on your own. That's another way to get people interested, because YouTube actually does look at your descriptions, and they look at other things that you might have in there. They also look at your tags. Now, this person here has timestamps. This is an excellent way. Like when you ever look on YouTube and you go to look for something and a video pops up, but it doesn't look like it's coming from YouTube. It's a big screen right there, and then you click on it and it just starts playing on your screen. That's because they're using timestamps. And with timestamps are little bitty sections that basically allows a person to go here and click on a spot, like chapters, and go to where they want to go on the video. Like, say for instance, your video is 15 minutes long and you want people not to have to go through the whole 15 minutes, but you can create this little timestamp right here, and then that will allow them to, when they're playing your video, either go in here into your descriptions and click on this particular point right here, and then it takes you right there on the video. See, it's right there at that particular moment, 156. And that's what timestamps do.
In 7.5 months, we focused our efforts on...
And like I said, as you look down here and you look at show more, he probably has a lot of links. Yeah, he does. He's got links to his YouTube and his Facebook, stay tuned in information. And that's the kind of layout you want inside your description. And descriptions hold about 5,000 words. So, and use it. Like I said, learn to use those timestamps. Now, the thing about timestamps, what you want to do here is you want to put the word timestamps here first, just like that. And then you want to use 0.00 as the first one. And then from there, you can put whatever you want to put down here. I mean, he didn't do that, but it's always good practice to use that Google likes it when it's done that way. Now, another good way to get views and subscriptions is to, if you go to Google and say, for instance, we're looking over here for SEO. Now, if I went to the filter, like, comments are really interesting, because when you go to people's YouTube channel and you click on the channel and you go to the bottom,
my name is George,
if they have comments in here, you can see the different types of comments they have, and they may have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of comments. And what you might want to do is you might want to add a comment to this. But the problem with adding a comment, see, this person has 70 comments. So some people have 200 comments or 300 comments. And when you make a comment, that comment is going to go to the bottom. And it's going to quickly go down and down and down and down and down. But if you were to find someone using your filter, I can look for YouTube videos that have been posted for that last hour, for that last day. And so let's just look at for the last hour. So if I clicked it for the last hour, let's look at this. Now this person right here has been there for the last, this person has no views. This person has 3 views. This person over here has no views. So if I look at and click on their channel.
Hi there. My name is Dan Barnett.
I can go down there and add a comment to his video, and more than likely he'll probably come on to mine and look at my video, so I'll get a view and just basically say something like this is a nice video. Look forward to more. Okay? Now, I'm not saying this is not a slimy way to do this. I'm not going to leave this, by the way, on this thing. I'm just using an example. And then I would click on comment, and then the comment would go in there. So he'd see the comment, and then he'd probably want to know who I am, and then go to my site. Then I'd get a view if you clicked on one of my videos. And even if I wanted to subscribe to his channel, I can subscribe to his channel. But like I said, that's one way to do it. By looking at the filtering section here, also you can look at it by the week. Now the week is probably going to be a person who has more views. You want to keep it under about 500 views. 23K you're not going to get anywhere with, but this person right here has 2K. This person has 296 views. If I click on that,
अस्सलाम वालेकुम फ्रेंड्स, उम्मीद करता हूँ बिल्कुल ठीक होंगे। आज की इस वीडियो में हम बात करेंगे।
Well, I'm having a speech barrier problem here, but that's okay. The views are in English, and you can do the same thing here. So when you leave a nice comment, more than likely the person's going to leave a nice comment back to you, and it's all good. What's also really important is your keywords. Now there are lots of keyword tools that you can use to search for keywords. Now keywords are words that you use in your videos, so when other people are looking for that particular thing, they can find it. Like if a keyword would be SEO, how to fix my car, or how to repair a radiator, how to, those are keywords. And you want to put those keywords in your description, and you want to put those keywords in your title of your video, because that's what Google looks for. Now, when you're doing the description, the one thing you don't ever never want to do is you don't want to do what's called keyword padding. Keyword padding is when you take a lot of keywords and just throw them in a row in your description. You hope that these keywords are going to be picked up. Well, it might work for a minute, but Google algorithm is always checking to see if there's any keyword padding. And once they find keyword padding in your site, they're not going to promote your channel anymore. So don't do keyword padding. If you're going to do keywords, make sure it's done in a way that it's in a paragraph, that's a legible paragraph. Don't go out there and just throw, how to do this, how to do that, how to do this blindfolded, how to do this stand on your head, and it's in a row. It's not going to work. That's not going to work. So just don't even do stuff like that. Like I said, the good thing is you want to make sure the keywords that you use are very good keywords and very strong keywords. And the easiest way to do that, like I said before, is to actually go to somebody's page that's at the top of the list and just look at what the keywords are. And you can copy some of the keywords. Don't do it word for word. I mean, you know what I mean. Keywords, the SEO. And remember, when you go to Google and you look for something, like if I was to go to Google, I'm going to go there. And in Google, if I were to look for something, Google is basically text based. So when I go to Google, and if I was to type up, depends on what you type in up, how-to videos may come up with a video, more than likely come up with a video. So if I type in how to dance, and then click that, See, this came up as number 1, how to dance, and then I have some videos over here. And then if you go down here, you see the rest is textual information. But the thing is, Google and YouTube search engines do not work the same. So if I typed in and I open up, let's just look at this one here. That's a Google search here. Let's go to YouTube here. Now remember, this one is how to dance here, and I go to YouTube here. And if I type in here, how to dance, and click here, you see the results are totally different. This is what's coming up there. This is what's coming up here. This gentleman came up, but the results are different. So remember, when you're doing SEO for YouTube, it's going to be different than Google. So just remember that. So like I said, the best thing to do is actually to find sites that are like your sites that you want to do. Look at their keywords, look at what they've done, and emulate them. There's nothing wrong with doing that. Another thing you need to do is, when you're on YouTube and you're looking at a video, let's just go to one of these videos here. It's not in that one.
Hi, welcome to another tutorial for absolute beginners. My name is...
She doesn't have it on there, but a good thing to do is to make sure that you have your social media links, definitely, and your title. So make sure that she's got the Facebook in there, and then she's got the Instagram in there, because Google looks at any connections that you have to determine whether or not that what your ranking should be. So if you got a lot of social media links in there, then it's going to make your rankings high. And all of these different things are going to do a lot toward bringing people to your site. So the more social media you have, the more and higher rankings you're going to have, the better your titles are, the more people are going to click on them, the better looking your thumbnails are, the more people are going to click on them. And this is going to bring you thousands, hundreds, thousands of people clicking on and viewing your YouTube channel and your YouTube video. But like I said, it's important. I would not in a million years think about buying views or subscriptions, because it's not going to work. So that's this video. I want to keep it short just to give you some information as to what you can do in order to get thousands more links to your site. This is how you can do it. Okay? So thanks a lot checking me out. Talk Boom. I'm Cerebral, and I'm out.